Well, I think the answer to that is that the Jews had developed a custom of not pronouncing God's name in its Hebrew form as Yahweh or Yehovah, and that custom is respected in the New Testament times. They didn't want to make an issue over something that wasn't an issue. It's right that the Hebrew name could be written in the Greek form in which the Greek New Testament appears, but it simply isn't. It's not there. It's not there at all. And I can only assume and surmise that they respected the tradition of the Jews in that case, and they didn't want to create unnecessary struggle and fight. Now we know that if they wanted to talk of Aramaic words, because the language of Jesus at home would have been Aramaic, it would have been Hebrew in the synagogue, it would no doubt be Greek when he went shopping in a Greek city, but they'd make no issue over Yahweh. They do mention Abba, that's an Aramaic word, so you could write Yehovah, you could write Yahweh in Greek letters, you could. They don't bother. I think it's out of deference to the tradition of the time. There's also the wonderful phrase Talitha kum, little girl, get up. They remembered the Aramaic words there because that was such a marvelous healing of that 12-year-old girl, I think she was. So you can write those things in the Greek New Testament. You can write Abba, you can write Maranatha, our Lord come. That's also Aramaic. But they made no attempt ever to write the Hebrew form of the name for God, and they didn't write the Hebrew form Yeshua. They could have for Jesus. The Greek New Testament says Jesus, which is Jesus. So no fuss about that, and we strongly recommend you don't go beyond the evidence of the New Testament and try to make an issue out of something that is not, as far as I understand, an issue.
I've read and heard, Anthony, that some believe even New Testament manuscripts, Septuagint translations of the Hebrew to Greek, known as
Yeah.
the Septuagint or the LXX. I'm pretty sure some of those copies have the divine name inscribed. In other
Okay.
words, you have the Greek translation,
Yes.
and then when it comes to a divine name, some copies do
Yes.
have
Yes.
scribe has actually put the four
Four-letter
letters.
word. Yes.
As Patrick says there, I
Yes.
think some New Testament manuscripts might have the iota alpha omega
Okay.
as a stand-in for the divine name, but I've also heard that maybe the scribes even put the four letters in the Greek.
Oh,
I think it's true also of the New Testament. Maybe a few, a couple perhaps. I believe New Testament Greek scriptures might have also the divine name. Are you
I'm not sure
familiar
about
with
that.
it?
I don't know. The fact is, the vast majority of the manuscripts in Greek, which is our New Testament, make no issue about this.